You don't realize that the very moment you are about to step into your greatest breakthrough is also the moment when your faith is tested most fiercely. Do you? There is a shocking secret the enemy has long known. When you stand right before the door of grace, he doesn't need to block the entire journey. He only needs to make you collapse at the last second. You begin to feel exhausted. Every prayer seems unable to pierce the ceiling, and an invisible darkness whispers that God has abandoned you. This is not truth, but an illusion built to blur the light just as it is about to burst forth in your life. Just like Israel wandering 40 years in the wilderness, only a few steps in the promised land. Many allowed doubt to turn them away from the promise. Numbers 14. You too may be standing before a door, where if you endure just a little longer, you will see the veil lifted. But why do so many collapse at this threshold? Because when the breakthrough draws near, the spiritual storms rage the most violently. You feel abandoned. You feel the promise will never come true. And you are tempted to believe that pain is permanent. In reality, this is a hidden warning. These battles are proof that you are so close to victory that hell must mobilize everything to discourage you. If you look back, you will see this pattern repeated throughout Scripture. Job lost everything before being restored double. Joseph was imprisoned just before becoming ruler. And even Jesus, before the resurrection, endured the loneliness and agony of the cross. So when you find yourself breaking down right on the threshold of grace, don't call it failure. See it as proof that the promise lies just behind the final fragile wall. Have you ever wondered why you feel tormented by temptations that never shook you before, only to find them suddenly stronger when you pray for breakthrough? The hidden secret lies here. The enemy does not attack where you're already dead. He only strikes where you are about to resurrect. When you pray for change, darkness sows in you weariness, temptation, and a sense of futility. Those called greatly often endure the heaviest trials, not as a sign of weak faith, but as proof that your calling is too great not to be resisted. Remember that Peter was warned. Satan is asked to sift you as wheat, Luke 22, verse 31. So if you feel yourself being sifted, don't panic. Understand that it means you are chosen. Many Christians lose faith at the final moment because they do not realize that crisis is heaven's confirmation, not rejection. When you endure pressure so intense that you think all is lost, perhaps that is a very sign that heaven is about to open. But instead of waiting, you allow bitterness to invade, you let disappointment turn into complaint, and you walk away from the promise just as it is about to be given. Here lies the most frightening secret. The enemy cannot steal the promise, but he can deceive you into abandoning it yourself. You must remember Romans 8, verse 28. All things work together for good to those who love him. If you cling to that truth, you will not mistake God's silence for his absence. In reality, silence is often a sign he is working in secret, preparing the unveiling you cannot yet see with human eyes. So if you feel tested beyond strength, don't surrender. This is a hidden message that you are touching the very edge of the breakthrough God has ordained. You must choose right now. Either believe that your trial is proof of an ending or believe it is proof of a beginning. The spiritual realm operates by this principle. Darkness roars most fiercely just before dawn breaks. If you give up your faith, you sign your own sentence of imprisonment and defeat. But if you stand firm, you'll see the secret known only to those who endure. God's promise never comes late, and breakthrough always arrives right after the moment you thought you couldn't endure anymore. You may feel like Israel standing at the Red Sea, enemies behind, impossibility ahead. That is the moment you have only two choices. Look with fleshly eyes and surrender, or look with faith and step into the land others call impossible. This is where many Christians fail. They choose to retreat, they choose to doubt, and though they were only steps from the miracle, they turn back. But if you truly believe in the promise, you must dare to step into the land of the absurd. Scripture says, "The righteous shall live by faith," Hebrews 10, verse 38. That means not waiting for evidence, not waiting for feelings to change, but remaining steadfast even when every sign is against you. Do not let God's silence deceive you. Let it deepen the roots of your faith. Remember that trials were never designed to kill you. They were designed to prove to whom you belong. And here's the shocking truth many never realize. Your faith not only unlocks breakthrough for yourself, it opens the way for generations after you. If you surrender right before the threshold of grace, you not only lose your own blessing, but you leave behind an empty legacy. But if you stand firm, you become living proof to everyone that God still keeps his promises. So right now, rise up, refuse the lie that you are abandoned, and believe fully that breakthrough is right before you, and nothing, no one, not even yourself, can stop it if you endure to the end.